To put you guys in context, bro. Put you guys in context. So in Mexico, there's something going on right now. I am not very informed about it. I just know there is something called gentrification, and we're gonna actually look that up. We are gonna look that up, bro. Gentrification, gentrification. So English meaning. It is the process where a poorer, often historical working class urban areas is changed by wealthier people moving in, renovating properties, and raising property values, which can displace the original residents. So, in other words, basically what is going on in Mexico is that rich people is going to these cities and just buying houses and like staying there. And basically this is actually not doing good for the citizens of that city, because the more the more people from outside that comes, the higher the price is because the more money they bring. So let's say people is going to, let's say this white people, white family, they want to go to Mexico. You for sure know that in Mexico everything is cheaper. So what you want to do is go to Mexico because you know your house is going to be cheaper over there. And that is honestly a problem right now because so many people is going over there, and we're talking about hella people though. Like it's not even like two three people. No, it's like so many people that actually want to live in Mexico just because it's cheaper. But this is making all the prices over there, this is making the market go higher, because you know how the market works. The more you spend, the more you buy, the more expensive it is. So what people's doing right now is basically moving over there, and now they're come and now Mexican people is actually doing these riots because they don't want these people to come. They don't want people to go, and basically they see it as an invasion, basically like they're invading their country basically. And I can see it, bro. Like I'll be pissed if like one day uh a house in the in the nicest area over there is almost worth the same money that it's worth over here in the US. Like that wouldn't make no sense, you know what I'm saying? And because people that get minimum wages over there, they're never gonna achieve buying a house over there because everything is just getting more expensive and more expensive. I seen a tweet from a guy who was saying that basically this guy was saying this guy was I seen this tweet from this guy who lives in Mexico, and he was basically just saying that um what was he saying? Oh yeah, that he stopped going to this taco restaurant. They will serve tacos in there. And he stopped going to this restaurant because it was they really had. He said he liked the restaurant because they had really good tacos, but he stopped going there because like out of nowhere they only had the menu on in English, which is hella stupid because you're in Mexico. So why would you have your menu only in English? But people are saying like, bro, this is because so many people that only speak English are going to Mexico, and they want to attract the tourists because they have more money than what the actual consumers that are from there. So it is a big problem. And there's this influencer called well, he's not. I guess he's a YouTuber more than an influencer. I don't know if there's even a difference between those. And there's this guy whose name is Luisito Comunica. He's basically worldwide known, and I don't know. Probably many people know him. But this guy, he started making videos, just going to different countries and recording his experience and talking about talking a little about the country. And but yeah, that's it. But right now there's this big ass um problem with with so many people moving to Mexico, and there were he was in the middle of a riot. Basically, he was in the middle of a riot. He wasn't part of the riot. He just happened to be there, and and then he started getting insulted. He started getting insulted by a hell of people, and just be like, no, you're part of the problem, bro. Like, you are part of the problem, type shit. And he was like, how am I part of the problem? I'm Mexican. So it's so stupid because, well, we'll see in the video, and I'm gonna translate what the guy's saying. So actually, we can actually do closed captions and auto generate. Oh my god, you can do this. Let's hear it out.
Dumb
So they're calling him Azul, dumbass. That's what they're calling him right there.
idiot. Your mother. Next.
This is hella bad, bro. We live in Spanish, and we'll do auto translate to English. There you go. So he was recording a video about the situation because, bro, so many people. So when they, over here in the U.S. when they go on riots, they literally assault stores and they rob everything inside. So that's what was happening, and he was. So yeah, they were like, "Go fuck your mother," and then he was recording it and how they stole this Rip and Dip store, which yes is an American brand, I think, but the owner is not American. The owner of it, like the owner of this specific store, is Mexican. That's what. Then we'll see that later though. And over here says ridiculo, which what if ridiculo translates to? Um, ridiculo means like um you're a cow. I don't know, something like you're a cow. Um, Dices, desde aquí llega una persona a insultarme y a decirme que estuvo bien que le robaran a esta tienda. So he's saying like, here, this person came to insult me and say that it was okay for people to rob this store.
Próxima.
Recientemente se estuvo hablando de los
So we're gonna watch this video. I wonder how this guy's voice sounds in English. Let's hear it out.
Recently. Next ridiculous thing. Recently, there was talk about Luisito Comunica and how, a couple of days ago, a video went viral where you can see him, walking in front of a group of people who were protesting.
Oh, bro, I don't even have the camera in there, bro. What the fuck? I'm so stupid. Okay, so we're gonna restart this. Where from? I don't know where from. Like where he gets insulted over here.
Next
So over here, so to put a little bit more of context, people were going on riots and they were robbing this Rip and Dip store. Not only this, but the ones that have the American face on them, and this was one of the stores that got robbed, and they took all of it, like inside, all the clothes, all the like everything. They took everything, and now this woman, he was recording a video and talking about the situation, and this woman comes up to him and he's like um you like clown, basically calling him a clown, like and then he's like he puts on the description, he's like, right here this person comes to insult me and tell me and tells me that it was okay for people to rob this store. So people were saying basically that it was okay for other people to rob the store. And it's like, bro, it's never okay to rob. Like, there's no reason for you to actually do this.
Ridiculous thing.
Wait, I'm not gonna leave it in English. That sounds ass. Spanish. We're gonna do English, how to generated subtitles.
De Luisito Comunica y de cómo hace un par de días estuvo haciendo viral un video donde se lo ve atravesar frente a un grupo de gente la cual estaba en una protesta y de la nada lo empiezan a buchear, barra insultar, barra hacer culpable de en parte el por qué estaban haciendo la protesta. Bueno, muy probablemente vos, al igual que la mayoría que vimos este video, la primera pregunta que se nos vino a la mente cuando veíamos a Luisito caminar y de la nada ser abucheado es ¿por qué? ¿Qué hizo Luisito?
Right here it says suddenly being abused. He didn't say abuse. He mean booed, or like, booing, like boo, boo type shit. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah,
Para que lo abucheen. Bueno, en cuanto al por qué, no,
booth.
no hay por qué. Y a
The
la
booth. Yeah.
vez sí, que sí, sé que suena bastante raro, pero al parecer en base a lo que vamos a ver enseguida, Luisito no tenía exactamente algo que ver con el enojo de esta gente, pero se cruzó por el camino y de la nada lo reconocieron y empezaron a odiar. Pero bueno, lo que estuvo pasando no es tan simple como eso, sino más bien tiene una raíz política y social. Que bueno, la principal al parecer es que políticamente mucha gente odia a Luisito. Sí, esto me sorprende hasta a mí. O sea, no soy el mayor fan de Luisito Comunica, pero según yo era chido, arre. Tenía entendido que mucha gente lo quería, pero había sido que desde hace ya un tiempo su imagen pública se vio bastante afectada por cómo abordó ciertos temas en su canal y opiniones que dio sobre la política en México. Que bueno, terminó en básicamente mucha gente poniéndolo en un pedestal de arriba a Luisito y por otro lado gente muy enojada con él. Parece ser que la razón principal del odio reciente a Luisito es a partir de un video que sacó hace un par de meses donde expuso la lamentable, terrible situación de violencia e inseguridad que están viviendo en México y de la complicidad de los gobiernos al respecto.
And this has a very more dark context. So he talks about this situation and how security is really bad in Mexico because there was something that happened. It was really dark. It was basically this group of mothers. They were trying to find their kids because they couldn't find them, and doing like a lot of research, like after days and days of searching, they actually found the bodies of the kids on basically this type of trenches in Mexico. And it was crazy because the government didn't want to do anything about it. And when this was found, the government, and because it became so mediatic and it was on the media, it was everywhere, then the government got involved. But if it wasn't for this situation, and because the mothers went to look for this, then the government would have not done anything. And that's, this influencer, this guy just came up and was like, no, like today's situation is not okay, like this is not okay, and we live like, our government is basically shit, saying that. And yeah, he got a lot of hate for that.
Perfecto. Lo que llevó a que algunos lo tachen de ultraderecha y lo llamen un vendido. Pero bueno, al parecer la mayoría resumen esto de Luisito diciendo
Says the security that we live in Mexico is horrible and the president doesn't do anything. And then this one says Luisito became our, like, I don't know, right, the right movement for like government, right hand. I don't know how that shit is called in English.
la inseguridad que se vive en México es horrible y la presidenta no hace nada, y los de izquierda reaccionando como Luisito se volvió ultraderecha, que al parecer la mayoría de la gente se quedó con
Far
esa
right.
imagen de Luisito, y esto se evidencia todavía más cuando Luisito, después de esta situación, grabó un video explicando su perspectiva y básicamente dijo que él simplemente iba caminando por la calle, de la nada vio un grupo de manifestantes manifestando, y según él lo primero que escuchó de la gente fue que insultaban a los gringos, que los corrían, que decían que se vayan del país y todo eso, por lo
Oh yeah, and if you were white and you were and you were in Mexico during this riot, yeah, people were killing you, bro. People weren't joking about it. Well, they weren't gonna kill you, but you know what I'm saying with that. If you were white, they were like insulting you and telling you stuff.
que decidió acercarse un poco más y ahí fue cuando, bueno, lo reconocieron.
Did you all hear that? Like on the background, he's like, "Chinga tu madre, Luisito," and it's like, "Fuck you, Luisito." You know? He's like, "What? What did I say?" And there are like people going to take pictures with him. This is so unreal, bro.
Creo que lo más triste de esta situación es Luisito gritando ¿por qué? O en su video
Yeah, like saddest thing about this situation is Luisito shouting why.
después diciendo yo también soy mexicano porque soy
Oh, in this video afterwards saying I'm Mexican because he made a video right after. He's like, "Oh, why are you guys insulting me? Like I'm Mexican."
el problema. Que bueno, después de que se hiciese viral este video, obviamente Luisito hizo varias respuestas al respecto, en las que principalmente dice que no entiende por qué él es el problema si él es mexicano. Y a la par comenta que desde su perspectiva, esta manifestación que se estaba dando en México, si bien comenzó con el tema principal de la gentrificación y todo eso, según sus propias palabras, como lo vivió él, fue mutando a después fuera los gringos, odio a la gente rica, y también se juntó a un grupo de Palestina al parecer, lo que sea, terminó
This is so unreal, dude. So it wasn't only the group that was against gentrification, but it was also a group pro Palestine that was next to them. So it was like a mesh of people that were like manifesting. I don't know, bro.
en caos.
Vean, así quedó el Starbucks de Ámsterdam,
This was a Starbucks, man. This is what they did to the Starbucks. That's
uno de los
crazy.
negocios afectados en la marcha de ayer. Una manifestación muy confusa, de verdad, que al final ni se entendió bien. Empezó como una marcha antigentrificación, luego se volvió en un rollo como de abajo los ricos, luego en un rollo como de libertad a Palestina.
Yeah, so he's basically saying that it's weird what this is that a real world manifestation? I don't think so, no. This riot became he's basically saying no, like it started as against gentrification, and then it went on like let's just get rid of the rich people, but it's just crazy.
Y ya al
And then pro-Palestine people just came and they were like rioting too, so there's like they were just making a lot of trouble.
final nada más era romper cosas y mentar madres por mentar. Y
Like he's saying, they just came to break stuff and like just insulting and doing whatever.
y el Starbucks de plano tuvo que cerrar y todo así porque sí quedó mal, o sea, acabó jodido,
That's
jodido.
crazy.
Y obviamente el que Luisito hiciese una historia en su cuenta de Instagram con 30 millones de seguidores diciendo que la manifestación no se entendió, obviamente, como entenderán, hizo enojar a ciertas personas las cuales lo acusaban a él de no haberla entendido y de solo darle visibilidad a la parte mala de la manifestación, que fue justamente la que él vivió, y no dar foco de primera mano a la gente informada. De hecho, Luisito hizo público el chat con esta chica donde ella justamente le dice eso, y él le dice que si bien la manifestación empezó bien, todo se puso raro.
It says, let's read this. It says, why are you not spotlighting? Que está informado y solo das foco a los destrozos. Why don't you spotlight But why don't you spotlight the true people, like the people that were right and the ones that were informed, and you were only giving spotlight to all the to you know to all the I don't know how to translate this destrozos, uh to all the trouble that people cause basically. It's like it's like very it's like his position or his point of view is very from one side only. He's like, I think I think you're intelligent enough to recognize the causes and the struggles. And in some riots, very a lot of causes are are tied together. Only you are the only one who doesn't understand the march or like the riot. I think you actually fell on this one. You let me down. This this whole thing, the fact that you only cover one side of the story, like if it was only that way, basically. You were there. He's asking her, were you there? Because I was. And the truth was that one thing was it was very is a in the thing in the truth was that it was a very confusing thing. Everything started good with good ideals, but then there were people with their faces covered, and everything just got hella confusing.
Raro cuando de la nada había gente encapuchada que, bueno, empezó a hacer desastre, se podría decir. Pero esta respuesta a la gente no le bastó. De hecho, Luisito intentó aclarar más la situación diciendo que sí entendió el tema de la manifestación y demostrar que hizo un video al respecto de la gentrificación hace unos años, pero de nuevo la gente empezó simplemente a insultarlo cada vez más y a recalcar que él es parte de este problema. Que bueno, en esto la gente se dividió en dos grupos, lo que lo insultaban y quienes lo defendían, diciendo que, bueno, Luisito era alguien de clase media baja que se hizo rico en base a trabajar, que personalmente no sé si será así del todo, pero yo recuerdo haber visto los videos de Luisito cuando él recién arrancaba y según sus propias palabras, él grababa los videos con una cámara prestada de su uni, que de nuevo no me consta al 100%, pero en sí YouTube está documentado el trabajo arduo que hizo Luisito con los videos hasta el punto de hoy estar en una situación económica mucho mejor que hace unos años, lo que al parecer, según algunas personas, lo hacen en parte culpable, en parte responsable de la
This is so stupid, bro. So basically, people is blaming him for having money, and his story is very, it's the type of story that you see here in the U.S. and like YouTubers from here that they started from the bottom. They didn't have nothing, and after a couple years of hard work and recording and posting and being consistent, they actually achieved something really good. Something that it's they make hella money and they start making tons of money, and now people's blaming him for that and making him responsible for a lot of shit. It's like, bro has money, and people only want to hate on him because he has money. That's it.
gentrificación, a tal punto de que literalmente podés entrar a post de él en este momento y hay gente
These are his comments on like Instagram, I'm guessing. And with all of this, we can see that you can know the entire world and never understand how it works, or even worse, to choose to still be part of the problem. De gentrificador a gentrificador, what the fuck?
diciéndole Luisito gentrifica, pero esto no
What the heck? This guy says from gentrificator to no from gentrificated to gentrificador. I'm sorry, that came out really bad. But you guys get it. But it's like, I don't think you understand what the gentrification concept, or what does this mean.
te podés entrar a post de él en este momento y hay gente diciéndole Luisito gentrifica. Pero esto no solo quedó ahí, sino que también en persona, cuando él intentó hacer ciertos videos cubriendo parte de los destrozos que hizo la manifestación, había gente la cual intentó ridiculizarlo, insultándolo, grabándolo y todo eso. Y curiosamente, esta misma gente se terminó poniendo en ridículo. Se hizo viral un video de una chica la cual de nuevo lo estaba insultando a Luisito en sus videos.
Próxima. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué ridículo?
En lugar de seguir apoyando negocios,
Okay, so right here he's asking why am I a cow? Why am I stupid?
No, pues apoyemos.
He's like, instead of supporting Mexican people, he's like, and then he responds, yeah, let's support them.
Los increíble. Apoyen mis negocios.
Yeah, amazing. Support Mexican people. He's like, support my businesses.
Que son mexicanos, apóyenlos.
Support my businesses because they're Mexican.
Trae su bimba y Lola.
And he's like, oh, you have a bimbayola, which, if you look it up, bimba, I think that's how you spell it. Ola. No, how do you spell that? Bimbaola. Is that how you say that? Oh, Bimba y Lola. So Bimba Lola is a United States brand, a brand from the United States. And then he's like, oh, you are carrying one of those.
Increíble. Apoyen mis negocios, que son mexicanos, apóyenlos. Trae su bimba y Lola.
And yeah, you're like carrying one of the Bimba y Lola freaking bags.
Trae bimba y Lola. Apoyen México con su...
And it's just like, support Mexico with your bag made in the United States.
bimba y Lola. ¿Cómo quisiste llegar a ridiculizarme? Y...
How you came over here to try to like make fun of me.
Y wow, cómo te salió todo el...
And wow, how it...
tiro por la culata es hermoso
And wow, how everything backfired.
verlo.
Pero bueno, me gustaría saber
It's beautiful to see it.
qué opinan ustedes al respecto de todo esto. Personalmente, todo esto me recuerda un versículo de Eclesiastés que dice que mejor es oír la reprensión del sabio que la canción del necio. Pero bueno.
Really good video, bro. It's crazy. But I feel like most people try to be very moralist about stuff. And they try to enforce what they believe is right without realizing that, I don't know, sometimes we also do the same things, and we are all human and we make the same mistakes. And sometimes we don't think that about ourselves because we have a very good view of ourselves, I guess. But it's so easy to judge people and to tell people what to do and how to act. And at the end of the day, bro, like, we are all a community, bro. We are all human and we should all support each other. It shouldn't have to go this far, you know what I'm saying? It shouldn't have to go to the position where everybody's fighting with everybody. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense because then we're just going to end up killing each other. And one reason why our society works is because violence hasn't been an option for a long time. And if we start making this an option, then I'm sorry, but we as a society, we're cooked. We're gonna be cooked, and ain't nobody's gonna survive this shit. Only the strongest people. And that doesn't sound like a world I want to live in, you know? But whatever, bro. Very bad situation over there. My prayers to everybody